We're here in San Antonio, Texas, Bexar County, and we're overlooking the San Antonio River. Very historic river, of course. This river used to be called by the Native Americans in this area the Yanaguana River, but when the Spaniards arrived here in the 16th century, 17th century rather, they named it the San Antonio River. And of course they named the city San Antonio de Valero. So there you get a good view of the San Antonio River as it's meandering southward, just south of downtown, on its way down to the Gulf of Mexico, which is about 150 miles from here. And it empties out down there by Corpus Christi, Texas. And we're here in one of the parks, one of the many parks in the city of San Antonio. Playgrounds across the street and areas for families to come out and have a good time on the weekends primarily, or any time. A lot of wooded area still this part of San Antonio. Hiking trails, walking trails. And let's read what this little sign says here at the park. It says, Indians and Spanish settlements. Before European explorers arrived in the late 1600s, the native people who inhabited this area were members of hunting and gathering bands known collectively as Coahuiltecans. They built brush huts for shelter, hunted and fished along the river, and gathered fruits, nuts, and seeds from trees and shrubs. Threatened by nomadic tribes and European diseases, the Coahuiltecans found food and protection in the 5 missions that were established along the San Antonio River in the early 1700s. In exchange, they converted to Christianity and maintained the farms and ranches that surrounded the missionary-led settlements. The first of these, Mission San Antonio de Valero, the Alamo, was established in 1718. 2 years later, Fray Antonio Margil de Jesus founded Mission San Jose near this site. These missions, together with Missions Concepcion, San Juan, and Espada, thrived until the 1790s when they were converted from religious to civil communities. The surrounding fields were distributed among mission residents who continued to farm and then passed their property down to successive generations. Some of the direct descendants of the original mission Indians still live in the area today. It says the Coahuiltecans used bows and arrows and fishing nets to gather food. This artist's depiction illustrates the hunting and gathering lifestyle thousands of years ago. And of course that lifestyle was right here near the river, of course, for fishing and game. Inaccessible to this area, of course, and they all needed water. What a perfect gathering place to come hunt and fish. Pick berries, pecans that are native to this area. And here we have a map of this general area. This map of the Presidio, civilian town and missionary-led settlements along the San Antonio River, was drawn by Captain Luis Antonio Menchaca in 1764. All local residents depended on the river and a network of hand-dug irrigation ditches, or aguacenas, to provide water for domestic and agricultural use. So there you have a pretty close depiction of what it looked like in this general area. And there is, of course, the lifeblood, the river itself. So this is a very historic section that we're in. You see another drawing here. It says this recent drawing illustrates Mission San Jose as it would appear in the late 1700s. The mission complex included the church, convent, granary, cemetery, and workshops. Indian quarters and storerooms were built into the stone walls that surrounded the plaza. And of course that mission is located today approximately in this general area right over here. Right in that general area. So if we were to continue southwest, we would run smack dab into the mission. So it's not that far, just about a mile from the river, perhaps a little less. Give you a good idea what it looks like. We'll take a walk down here and check it out.